Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am going to be doing a full face of makeup of my old favourites. So this is just an excuse for me to actually just use up some of my makeup that I actually haven't used in a while. My eyeshadow palette I actually thought of when I was watching a movie last night. I'll get more to that when I get to my eyeshadow palette section, but let's start off with my primer. So I'm actually going to be going in with my e.l.f. Soothing Face Primer. I've not used this in so long, and to be honest, all of these products I have not tried in quite a few months, I would say, or potentially even longer than that, because I recently did like a declutter. I didn't film it because it was just more of a casual declutter, but I like to every couple of months go through my makeup collection and kind of look at what I've had for too long and just what I've not been using. This is looking a bit, I don't know if this is okay to use. I'm just going to use it. And I thought, you know, some of the stuff that I keep, like, why do I keep it? Because I generally try and get rid of makeup that I've had for a long time, because if I've had it for more than a while, it probably would have gone off. So I thought, you know, these ones I've kept for a reason, just because I do obviously really like them, because I don't want to keep any makeup that I don't like, but I'm just kind of wanted to use them and see why and if they're still any good, because, you know, makeup does go off. I know on the back it says, oh, you know, how many months you have to use it, etc. I never abide by those rules. I know a lot of people don't as well, just because when you look at it in the financial stance of it, like, you're spending money for makeup, and obviously I buy a lot, and then that will mean if when I buy new stuff, all my old stuff gets left behind. But that's just my own choice. So let's go on to foundation, and this is the collection Lasting Perfection. This, I guess, has been out for about 2 years now. Yeah, when it comes to like the longevity of like these things, it says 12 months on there. I'm sure it's fine. Let's go, because I mean, again, if this doesn't work or if it's something wrong with it, then I will discard it, because obviously there's no reason to keep makeup that just doesn't work anymore. So I've got it on my ISO clean, and I'm going to use a sponge, and this particularly I haven't used in ages. So when I was sorting out my foundations, I kind of had a little pile that I want to use up, especially foundations, because I tend to try a lot of foundations just because I want to see what's good for my skin tone and for my skin type, not my skin tone, my skin type and the coverage on them. And I do have some like staple favorites in that kind of bag now, because I've had them for so long, and yeah, they're good, but I just want to make way for like new foundations. Like recently, the what's it called, the Be Perfect one. Oh my god, I mention it like so frequently now, but it's honestly become one of my favorite foundations. It's amazing coverage, it's amazing just like longevity on it, and I've not had anything quite like that in a while. So I tend to use that if I'm going out on like a night out, or if I want my makeup to actually last a little bit longer. So that I definitely recommend to people. When it comes to this foundation in particular, what shade is this, if I tell you guys? Where's it gone? Fair 5. I think you can still get this as well. So this is not a long, like a gone foundation, because I don't think it's old. It's definitely kind of more recent foundation, I believe, because I don't think they've come out with any new ones. They did come out with the stick foundations, the one with the brush on the end. I did use that once, and then I think last summer it just melted, so I was like, well, this is not be any good, so I just bin that. But this one I do really like, and so far it's still doing a really great job. I'm sorry for the like the kind of, yeah, whatever, it's the shadow. It's a kind of weird day today in London. I'm filming obviously on like a bit of a gloomy day. The weather's so like here and there recently, but it's still giving me a really nice coverage, and I still have a little bit left. So don't think I have any crazy areas. It's so difficult to actually just like put foundation on my nose now because of my piercing, but I'm being extra careful because it's still quite sensitive. But so far we have no major issues when it comes to the foundation, so I am going to keep it just because I can still use it. I mean, we'll see in about 15-20 minutes if it's going to do anything, but as in like any reaction or something. But so far we're doing quite good. So now I'm actually going to go on to blush, because I have two blushes that I haven't used in ages and are major staples in my collection, but I just haven't used. So I've got the MUA blushed liquid cream blush, basically in the shade Watermelon, and then I also have the Flower Beauty blush bomb in the shade Melon. So they're both quite similar, and I want to mix them together because I can't decide which one to use, and I'm sure no one really cares if I mix them, to be honest. And I want to see what kind of glow it gives me, so I'm going to put this on my palette first, because this one I've barely used this one, but I do really like it, and I'm going to use this tiniest amount. If it will, there we go. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? I was like, I'm gonna put on the smallest amount, and then the whole bloody thing comes out. Okay. Right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this one and I'm gonna put it onto the side, so I'm not going to completely just put it on there because, oh god, good old me, what can I say? All right, so I'm going to use my sponge as well, so I'm just going to take a small bit from each and I'm just going to tap it on the side, because I mean, we don't need it to be crazy on my face today, even though we love a blush. Okay, I might have put it in the completely wrong place, but I am honestly, oh god, it's like too much. Okay, and I just feel like I've never really mixed blushes before, like I never tend to do that, but I thought today let's try it because it's two blushes that I just really wanted to use again, and just here's an excuse for it. So mixing them together has made it really pink. Probably not my favorite color, but to be honest, they're still just as pigmented and they're still just as kind of creamy. I've added way too much, but it's fine. I'm going to powder down. That was like a complete waste. I'm going to keep that on the side because I don't want it to get messy on my table. So next we have another MUA product, which is my setting powder. This is a translucent pressed powder, and this was definitely a big favourite of mine. I mean, like the writing on the front has completely disappeared. I have a powder highlighter, so I obviously don't need to add that before, so I'm just going to pat everything down and kind of minimize my blush, because that is like a bit too crazy. When I see big influencers like use blush, they use such a minimal amount and they're like, oh yeah, that's great, and I'm like, I can't see it. For me, a blush has to be like really out there for me to be able to appreciate it, because I like to kind of glow a bit more. I know obviously the highlighter is there to give you that glow, but I think a blush kind of really like brings a look forward. And so I'm getting a little bit oily just because it's weird weather today, like I mentioned, but I think we're doing quite good. So let's go on to highlighter. And I really, like I mentioned, when I was decluttering my products, I did like everything, basically like each section. And this highlighter has obviously stayed, but it's kind of one of my oldest ones, but I've used it so frequently, and it's my Wet n Wild like Mega Glow highlighter. This was part of my project pan, which I've kind of just disregarded because I don't think I can focus on specific makeup just for a time being. So I did hit pan on it though, so I'm quite happy that I did that, but this is still like staying in my collection because it's just so damn good and it still works perfectly fine. So I don't have a reason to kind of get rid of it just yet. I just think because it's a bit of an older product, I've had it for quite a while, but it's slowly getting down, so I think I'm doing so well on it. Even though it takes me a long time to get through products, but this is always going to be like a staple in my collection. I don't know if I'll ever repurchase it, just because probably it's going to take me a long time just to even get through this one, but it still gives me a really nice glow, so I'm obviously going to keep this one. So damn good. And so the palette that kind of influenced it all is my Red Panda palette. So this is the Endangered Cosmetics Panda palette. So last night I was watching Turning Red, which is actually a new Disney and Pixar movie. Sorry for that noise. And obviously it's about red pandas, and this has got a red, this is like influence on red pandas. If you've never seen this before, I've reviewed it on my channel quite a few times, but this is yeah, by Endangered Cosmetics. They only have 2 palettes out at the moment. They have like a turtle one, I can't remember the name of it, but they're like an independent brand that makes makeup and provides like they provide the, like, you know, they give money to the charities to kind of help with the endangered animal. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, I watched the movie last night and it is so good. I really recommend, if you love Disney movies, it's so much fun. If you're a girl, you'd be able to relate to it just a little bit more, because it's around a young girl who is kind of going through like puberty. It's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like a metaphor, I guess, to kind of growing up. So I'm actually going to use this palette today. If you haven't seen it before, it's just a lot of like gorgeous nude and reds, but there's no names on this palette anyway. So what I'm going to do, just point, and I will just be putting it on my face if I can find what bloody brush to use first. So I'm going to start off with this shade just here. But yeah, I thought last night I was just watch it because it's been on my watch list since obviously it came out. I think it's only been out for about a week, but for a couple of weeks, but everyone's been talking about it, and I have Disney Plus, so I was like, I really need to watch it. And it kind of brought back so many memories for me as a kid, where, like, this is not spoiling the movie, like it's just a kid's film, but it's so clever the way that it's done. So it's about this girl who grows up in an Asian family. I apologize, I don't know where her family are specifically from, but they speak Cantonese, so you get that gist. So basically the girl is hitting puberty and she's obsessed with like being perfect for her parents, and her parents are very like, you must be an A grade student and you must you know, get, you know, all your, like, you must pass all your school and stuff like that. And she obviously has like a group of friends who are obsessed with this band, and the band was just making me laugh because it was giving me flashbacks for when I was obsessed with Blue when I was young, when I went to see them in concert, and just being completely obsessed with them and things like that. But obviously it's about her kind of growing up but wanting to still be a kid and stuff like that, and it's just so well made. The animation is amazing. It's really funny. So if you love just Disney and Pixar movies, it's right up your street. So I'm going to go in with this shade now. But yeah, I haven't used this palette in so long because, again, I have so many palettes that I use on a regular basis. But this is one that I'm obviously just not going to get rid of, because regardless of me having it for however how long, it's so pigmented still, especially from like such an independent brand. And I honestly think that independent brands are taking over from like high-end brands because their quality is just so much more kind of thought into. Like all these bigger brands I mentioned, they always bring out so many products, but they're always a little bit lacking when it comes to like pigmentation and just thought towards it. So I think these independent brands just really just put a lot of heart into it as well, especially like this one. Like it's so much like love towards it, and I think 10% of each kind of product sold goes to the endangered panda like resort. I don't think it's a resort, but kind of like the panda conservation, that's the word. But and it's nice that brands still do this type of stuff, and I wish more did it, but each to their own. But yeah, I love so many like independent brands right now. But this palette is always going to be one of my favorites because it's just so fun to use and it's just so adorable. So next, should we go in with a shimmer? We'll go in with this one just here, and then we'll end with an inner corner. But yeah, I really love Turning Red. I think the next one for me to watch is Encanto, because, well, I've been wanting to watch it obviously since it came out, but it won at the Oscars last night, so I'm very intrigued. Not that the Oscars really influenced me to watch certain movies anymore, but I do really want to watch it. So I hope it's good. A lot of people have said it's fantastic, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll obviously have a lot of time off right now, so I will definitely be watching that in maybe this week. We'll see what my watch list is like. I've got a lot of movies to get through, but yeah, this palette is just always stunning every time I use it. So on my inner corner, I am gonna maybe go in with this gold one just at the top, sorry, at the bottom, and I did see, oh god, I put like way too much on. I did look at their website, the Endangered Cosmetics website, and it's still available to purchase. For some reason, like I was looking on their social media, they haven't posted anything since Christmas, so I do hope everything is okay with them. I'm actually gonna put on some white because I've really just messed this up. But yeah, I really hope that everything is okay with them, because obviously I feel like strange when brands don't post on their social media for such a long time. But hopefully if they're making any new products, that'd be amazing to see. I do really want to get the turtle one, but it's not like, the colour story is not up my street majorly, but maybe in the future I will purchase it. So right, that's all cleaned up. Now I'm going to end on the lips. So I'm just using one of my Revolution Matte Bomb lipsticks. So I'm going to put this on off camera and I'll be back. Okay, so I actually forgot to mention this is their Matte Bomb in the shade Lure Red. So this is like a really nice just liquid lipstick, and I just love the way that it feels on my lips. So this is my finished look using a full face of makeup of old favourites, and to be honest, these are still all my favourites. They're still pretty damn good, and I will keep them and use them up until they finish. And to be honest, I think with some of these products I won't actually finish them, especially like the palette. Like, I have never finished an eyeshadow palette in my life. I don't think I ever will. But yeah, let me know if you guys still keep your favourites, if you get rid of them, and you just kind of like out with the old, in with the new, stuff like that. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I hope you guys are doing really well, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.